Collie Training Journal, Day 242, Stretching and Relaxation Techniques. Today I did something just a little bit different. I wanted to focus on taking care of my body. I've been working so hard on my Collie techniques that I haven't been doing a lot of stretching or relaxing or some of these basic things that I've been doing with prioritizing my health and wellness. Let's talk for just a moment about these hangs that I'm doing. When I first started doing these, I could only do it for maybe 5 to 10 seconds at a time. And it felt really embarrassing that my body wasn't able to withstand the weight of my own body hanging. It felt uncomfortable, my shoulders hurt, and there was pain throughout my body as I could feel the tension in my body. Now when I do these hangs and when I stop, it's usually because my grip strength cannot endure the remaining time. As I shift over to these squats, I want to talk about those as well. When I very first started doing these squats, it was really uncomfortable. I felt a lot of discomfort in my lower back and in my ankles. Now when I do these, I can last for about 2 to 5 minutes at a time, sometimes a little bit longer. This has made a huge difference for me, and I'm able to see the progress that I have slowly made over time as I've continued to do these hangs and the squats. They have benefited my body in the way that I feel, my agility and flexibility. This is something that's really important as we age. In about a month and a half, I'm going to turn 47, and I honestly feel younger now than I did in my 30s, which to me is pretty surprising. I'll share something really vulnerable with you for just a moment. For about the first 20 to 25 years of my life, I dreaded aging. I dreaded getting older. I dreaded the feeling of my body not working after I got to the age of 50. It created anxiety within me, and I had no desire to age. And for a short period of time, I didn't even want to celebrate my birthday because I was so anxious about getting older and having to be reliant on medications, doctors, and not being able to move and be agile as I aged. Even now, thinking about it, I feel the emotion welling up inside of me because of the anxiety that I felt about the aging process. I was so fearful of it. Part of this motivated me to take better care of my body. It motivated me to make sure that what I was eating and putting into my body physically was supportive of my health and wellness. And since starting my Collie journey about 11 months ago, this has deepened even further supporting my in physical, mental, emotional health and wellness, drawing the awareness to what I'm putting into my body, not only with the food or the drinks that I intake, but also in the mental health. What am I thinking? How do I feel about myself? And further exploring the benefits of taking care of your body over time. Now, I can't stop the aging process, and there's a couple of other things that I do to support my health and wellness physically, mentally, and emotionally. But just observing some of the flexibility that I have in my body through these different movements has made me aware that what I'm doing is working. There's always room for improvement. There's always a way for us to get better. There's always a way for us to learn something to take care of our bodies and extend gracefully into the aging process. One of the other things that I'm actively working on doing is preparing a garden, learning ways that I can grow food versus having to purchase food that's been processed by farmers that have maybe used pesticides or harvested the food before it was actually ready to be harvested, then the days and weeks that it takes to actually get onto my table, shortening that process and cutting out the middleman, taking it directly from harvesting to eating. Another thing I want to talk about in my practice today, these stretches that I'm doing, they're all stretches that have taken me time to increase and develop the flexibility to the point that I'm at right now. So if you're watching this video and you've reached this point, thank you. Thank you for still watching. But remember that just because you may not be able to stretch as deep as I'm able to here, doesn't mean that you shouldn't work at it. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't start. Never compare yourself to someone else. Always compare yourself to your own progress based on your own physical capabilities and health. And if you're not sure where your own physical capabilities are, I highly recommend visiting a doctor and getting their recommendations based on your specific health and wellness needs. These stretches are uncomfortable and yet comfortable at the same time. When you're learning to stretch, be sure to stretch into about on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being painful, you want your stretch to be at about a 7. This will help you to stretch in such a way that will push your limits and yet still be able to get the benefits out of your stretch. One of the other things that I do to help support my health and wellness and my body's flexibility and agility is doing Tai Chi. Every Saturday, there is what's called a push hands Tai Chi get together that I attend. Doing this Tai Chi over the last year and a half has helped increase my body's flexibility and relaxation as well. Tai Chi focuses on maintaining a relaxed body, where they talk about the muscles rising off of the bones. Now, that sounds a little weird, and that's okay, but this has helped me to also increase my flexibility, reduce the pain and discomfort within my body, especially in my low back where I have a lot of discomfort, and be able to provide the strength and support that my body needs, especially as I age. Tai Chi is something that I've been curious and interested in for literally the last 20 years. And it took me 18 years to finally start doing it. And honestly, I wish I would have started doing it sooner because of the benefits that I've received from doing Tai Chi. You're going to see me do a standing practice, and part of the movement that I'm doing now is called Tai Ket, learned from Iron Fire Martial Arts, which incorporates Tai Chi into the practice. Doing these different movements really helps my body, supporting it through the agility, stretching, flexibility, relaxation processes, helping me to further age gracefully and in such a way that my body is supported, and also helps with mental health. Now, how can something like this support your mental health, you might be asking? Tai Chi focuses on relaxing and letting go. When you begin to relax and let go, allowing your muscles to relax, you begin to let go of the mental and emotional tension that we often hold and store within our muscles. This tension is held in every muscle of your body, depending on the emotion, and the feeling will depend on where that energy is stored within your muscles in your body. As I've done Tai Chi, I've had to learn how to relax that discomfort. And although I'm still a beginner at Tai Chi, I have definitely learned to relax and let go of a lot of mental and emotional stress and discomfort. This is a process. As my instructor, James, often mentions, learning Tai Chi and developing the skill of Tai Chi is like layering a sheet of rice paper on top of another sheet of rice paper. The growth seems very slow. It seems like you're not making any progress. But Tai Chi is very much about the inner strength and fortitude, allowing you to let go of the things that you can't control. From my experience, and you tell me if you agree, but from my experience, everything in life builds upon another. And as we learn to let go, we actually build strength. Building this one sheet of rice paper on top of another is like learning how to take your first step. You first have to strengthen your body, one muscle at a time. If we only realized how much work it actually takes a baby to learn how to walk. As adults, we may never endure the pain, the determination that it requires, or the mental fortitude to keep trying. This is about strengthening yourself from the inside out, letting go, because can you really control anything? No, the only thing you can really control in your life is how you choose to respond, what you choose to believe, and how you choose to act on it. You can't control whether your body is well or sick. If you're destined to have a fatal illness, then it will come. How you deal with it will affect how you endure that trial, how you endure that physical ailment that you might experience. This practice that you see me doing now, although it looks like I'm just standing there and it looks like I'm not doing anything, it's actually a very mental, physically intensive practice. This is called the standing practice, or I believe the bear in Tai Chi. This is focusing on straightening out your back, curving your tailbone under, relaxing from the top of your head all the way down into the bottom of your feet, allowing the muscles to relax. This practice is great for reminding you how much tension you have stored in your body. But as you stand in this position, your body starts to remember its proper posture. It starts to relax. Oxygen begins to fill the areas of your muscles and body that maybe hasn't been oxygenated for quite some time. When we hold on to stress and tension within our bodies, our muscles actually tense up, which restricts the flow of blood carrying oxygen and vital nutrients for our bodies. The more tense we are, the more the muscles restrict the natural flow of the blood throughout our bodies. This results in lowered physical health. The body doesn't receive the oxygen that it needs. This negatively impacts its function, its digestion, and even the way that we think and respond. Sometimes not even being able to control the thoughts that we have because the body is under so much physical tension already. This is another form of standing practice. There are several forms of standing practice. This is one that I like to do because it relaxes the tension in my shoulders and neck. After doing this exercise, or after doing this particular standing practice, I've noticed a difference in the tension in my neck. Many years ago, I was in a car accident. Although it was minor, I received damage to the 4 occipital muscles in my neck through whiplash. And even though the whiplash was minor, whiplash deteriorates these 4 muscles over time, and the deterioration is unstoppable, or so I was told at the time. This requires ongoing chiropractic treatment. What I've noticed about Tai Chi is that it actually supports this health and wellness, helping to treat these areas of my body that have stress and tension. If you've made it this far, thank you. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share, and I appreciate you supporting me. We'll see you next time.